In the previous video, an elected official was forced to support an initiative that he did not agree with. He felt the initiative was not in the best interest of those he served. Because of the money given to him, he is obligated to pay back the debt. This is how bad public policy is created. This is how the special interests assure that their voice is heard in our nations and states' capitals over what is best for all Americans. Bad trade deals, jobs overseas, maintaining status quo in a failed healthcare system, and much more are the results of a play-to-pay system. This forced narrative happens enough, but the relationship between those that play the system and our elected officials are far more cozy. In this video, watch how the trading process unfolds. This is a marketplace, and all players have something to trade: a vote, money, favors, whatever is needed to complete the deal. Watch in the end how the lobbyist uses messaging to close the deal. All too often, it is not how sound the policy is that wins the day, but can I sell it to the voter back home that determines our fate.
Thank you, Jason. Give me a heads up in 5 minutes. Committee's in 10.
Hello, Bob, or should I say, Mr. Chairman. How are you doing?
Well, I can't complain, and if I did, wouldn't do any good.
How's the family? Everything okay?
Wife's good, kids good. We're trying to get our oldest into a Tier 1 school, but her grades just missed automatically qualifying by that much, and that's not good.
Tell you what, you send over the name of the school that's your first choice, and I'll make a phone call. Now, Bob, I know your time's short, so if you don't mind, let's get down to business.
How can I help you?
I need your assistance. I have a client, an engineering company, that is planning to relocate their workforce to either India or China. Those are the two most often bandied about. And we have legislation that's going to cover the cost of their workforce relocation.
Well, that's not a popular thing to do right now.
I know, but they feel if they don't do this, they cannot compete.
What is the cost that's driving this? I mean, couldn't they make an adjustment on that end that would keep them here? Have you thought about that?
We have. It's a non-starter.
Why is that?
Healthcare.
Oh, crap. Well, that's not the first time I've heard that. But if you're asking me to take on any segment of the healthcare industry, this meeting just ended.
Not at all, Bob.
What are you planning?
We're going to use a proven strategy work for Maquiladoras, Walmart, and many, many others. Basically, this is a job savings measure.
Well, that was manufacturing and retail. Blue collar, not donor and voter class. These are office jobs you're talking about. That's a big difference, my friend, and you know it. Okay, so why me?
We need this to be fast-tracked. You're the chairman of the committee where this legislation will be filed. And you're the one associated with job creation in this country. We think it's a good fit.
Whoa, I think you're getting a little bit ahead of yourself. I've not agreed to sign on to this yet.
What are your concerns? Let's talk about it.
Well, they're obvious ones. We're creating an avenue to move American jobs overseas. In this climate, that guarantees me an opponent in the next election.
Wait. Hear me out. You know as well as I do that the voters have the attention span of an ant.
Granted.
One news cycle, if that. All I need for you to do is to get this through your committee and passed. Then you're done.
2 questions. How many jobs will be lost, and how do you plan to market this?
Bob, the message I want you to hear is this is not job loss. This is saving jobs. This is saving profits and keeping a corporation to where it can continue to do business. You're doing good work here, Bob, by keeping the corporation whole. That's the bottom line. And as for the marketing, this is about saving jobs. You can blame Obamacare.
You're just asking an awful lot of me. I mean, all I hear are the risks that you want me to take on. And it's easy for you on the outside to minimize what, as I see, are real risks. There's a... The downside is steep. I just hope there's more to this.
I place a high value on this relationship. What I know most is that your voters, the voters across the state and all over the country, will believe anything that come across their television and radio. We can control that. This measure is there to help investors. This measure is there to help the country. It is a proven message. It is played out numerous times. It's a winner. You name one member that has ever paid the price for supporting that message. You cannot. Now, Bob, you said that I'm asking a lot out of you, and I know that I am. We have always supported you, and that support will continue.
You know, I'm glad you brought that up. I took a look at your list of PACs and I compared it to a list of the donations that you've made to my campaigns in recent years. You could have been there a lot more.
Agreed.
I want them all.
I'll tell you what, Bob. You come on board, and I'll max out 2 additional PACs.
Good.
You draw a legitimate opponent, and I'll open up all the PACs for that election cycle. If your opponent is well financed, I will personally make sure that you are not outspent. I will take care of you. How's that?
That's a start, but my comfort zone's going in a different direction. You could also introduce me into oil and gas circles. Let them know that I'd be willing to help them out. I've not always been that supportive, but I will consider their side.
Will do. And I have another deal for you, Bob.
Yes?
The pharmaceuticals need some assistance. And Bob, this is the opportunity of a lifetime. But we'll save that for another meeting. What else?
You can make it sweeter.
Does that figure work for you?
Yes, it does.
Good. In the meantime, we'll make sure that kiddo gets into the right school. Anything else, Bob?
No, I'm a happy clown. Send over the marketing material just in case we need it. I want to know what I'm putting out.
We had Harvard Business School do a study on the strengths of this initiative. You won't have any trouble getting this message across. Now, Bob, are we good?
Do you have a sponsor for this?
I do, but you know as well as I do, once the word goes out that a piece of legislation has job creation attached, we have no shortage of supporters. It's all in the messaging.
Messaging. Indeed it is.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Bob.
Thank you.